You're trying to there we go. I was trying to reconnect. Hey there, happy Thursday. I hope you had a wonderful day. I am Shannon Milligan from RVA Home Team at EXP Realty. And on Tuesdays, we go on live to talk about buyer tips. And on Thursdays, we talk about seller things. So let's have a little chat about the sellers. If your house has been on the market and you haven't sold, chances are there's a good reason. The market is really hot. We have less than a 3-month supply of inventory, which means it is a seller's market. And so if your property hasn't sold, let's chat a little bit about why that could be. So first thing is location, location, location. If your property is not in a great location, then it's going to need a little help. And listen, I've been there. When I was about 4 months pregnant with twins, I let my husband convince me to move into a property right across from a power plant. Yep. Had the kids, went outside, and I was like, oh my God, we live across from a power plant. We had a hard time selling. The only thing that's going to trump a bad or undesirable location is price. So while on paper, maybe your house is worth $400 or $400,000 on paper, if you're in a bad location, the only thing that's going to trump that is price. And so you're going to have to lower that. Another thing why your house may not be selling, look at my handy dandy notes, is poor condition that creates a lack of interest. You know, it's going to affect how fast your house sells. And most people want, turnkey. Buyers today don't want to have to take on a project. People are busy. Think about your own schedule. So poor condition will create a lack of interest and could be another reason why your property isn't selling. So we got to work on that condition. When we sit down with you for a listing appointment, we're going to look around the house and we're going to make recommendations. It's not us being mean. It's us trying to position you in the best place possible for the market. So that's a second reason why your house may not be selling. Third, there may be a lack of marketing. Maybe you're in a great location. Maybe your price is great. Maybe it's in great condition. And maybe just not enough people have seen it. What is your agent doing to get your house seen by the masses? I'll tell you a little bit that we do here. We do listing videos for all of our properties. And they're really great. Our last one has had over 6,000 views. So that's one way we market. We circle prospect. We call people all day long and we tell them, hey, we've got this great listing. We network with other agents in the area and tell them about your listing. We make sure we put out a great big sign. So we collect those sign calls. We do a lot in the marketing. We do Facebook targeted ads. We just do a ton. We do professional photos. So what is your agent doing to actually get your house sold? So that could be another reason why it's not selling. And finally, price. Price trumps all. And I touched on this just a minute ago. On paper, maybe the price looks like maybe it makes sense. But doing a CMA, which is a comparative market analysis on your property, is as much a science as it is an art. It's kind of a feel. We all get it wrong from time to time because on paper, your house may be worth $500,000, but the market at the end of the day is what dictates. A buyer is what dictates what your house is worth. So here's the rule of thumb. If you've been on the market 3 weeks and if you've had 10 showings but no offers, you're overpriced. How much overpriced? You know what? You're not that far overpriced because we're close to hitting the market, right? Because you've gotten the showings. You're just a little bit beyond the scope. So we need to do a price adjustment. The other rule of thumb is if you're on 3 weeks and not even 10 showings, then we know you're probably well overpriced and we would have to make a more drastic reduction. So we can't underprice your house in this market because it will get bid up. But we could totally overprice your house in this market. And, listen, I've bought and sold. I think we've bought and sold probably 15 properties. I'm 41. That's a lot of houses that we've bought and sold. I get it. I understand being emotionally attached to your house. I've been there when I sold my house in Glen Allen. Even I, a real estate agent, after 5 days, I went on the MLS and I said, you know what? I had my seller hat on and I need to put my real estate hat on. And I dropped the price $15,000 and it was under contract in 3 days. So we all can make those mistakes. The important thing is that you have a plan from the very beginning. So when we sit down with you for a listing appointment, we're going to say, this is where we think the range is, and this is what we can try. However, if it doesn't work at 3 weeks and 10 showings or not even 10 showings, we need to write into the agreement that we're already going to have that price reduction because it takes out some of the emotion for that. So if you're just joining, just a real quick recap, some of the reasons why your house may not be selling. Location could be poor. The condition could be poor. The agent may not be marketing your house properly. I can't tell you how many times that we go into the MLS and I see cell phone pictures of houses that are $400,000, $500,000, $600,000. Not so great. Professional photos, you know, they cost us money, but in the end, it's going to cost you way more money not to have it done than if your agent just put up the money to begin with. And the last thing is price. You know, if you're priced wrong and if you're unwilling to move, then that's going to deter it. So guys, those are some of the reasons that your house may not be selling. Hey, Kelly, nice to see you. If your house isn't selling, we have had great success at getting those homes actually under contract and sold. So please feel free to reach out to me. I'll come to your home. It's complimentary. I will give you my opinion on the state of your home and we'll see if we can get it sold for you. If you have any questions, you know what to do. You can either put them in the comments down here because somebody else might have the same question. But if you're shy, you can send me a message and I'd be happy to get back to you. And if you would like our 16-page seller guide, just send me a message with your email and we will get that sent out to you. It has some great tips and tricks for getting your house from listing to sold. All right, guys, I will be back on Tuesday with some buyer tips, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. And by the way, finally in my new office, I'll have to do a live and show you all that later. No more hanging out in my daughter's bedroom. Have a good one, guys.